81K Dakota Coco Kessler up on that high side as we're looking for green flag racing off turn number 4. It's go time. 17T Shatter Turner dipping down to the inside as we're 3 wide racing down the front straightaway. Munson right in the middle of the track. He's going to sling it sideways into turns number 1 and 2. Turner down to the inside. It's Munson. It's Turner. Right, Keller, and Kessler up on that high side. Keller, the man on the move, right in the middle of the track. But up front, Munson and Turner side by side at the line. Keller up to 3rd.
Kessler not a good start as he will slip all the way back to the 6th or 7th position, but up front, no problems for the 17T of Turner and the 19 of Munson as they battle 2 of the young guns of our sport, going 1 and 2 down the front straightaway.
Up on that high side, Josh Munson maintaining the lead at the line. It's the 19X, the Magic Man, Josh Munson up on the high side. 17T Shadra and Turner down to the inside. Turner right there in the number 2 spot. Up to 3rd, the 7 of Doug Keller. Here comes Mr. President Truman Asher making that low line work as he sticks it down to the inside. He's going to maintain momentum right there in the number 4 spot. Up to 5th, car number 66X, the old pit bull, Chris Wright, rounding out your top 5. Everybody still chasing. Vamoose Mach 3, the 19X, the Magic Man, Josh Munson leading the way out of turn number 4.
Munson about a half a car length lead now as they come to the flag stand into turn number 1. It looks like 17T of Turner getting through 1 and 2 better than Munson, but Munson better through 3 and 4 as we got a battle side by side as we head into turn number 3.
17T of Turner going to throw it in hard. Now the 19 of Munson going to cross over, but it's new leader at the line, the 17T of Shatter and Turner, all to no avail. Yellow flag out onto the racing surface. The inside, the 19X Magic Man, Josh Munson up on that high side. 7 of Doug Keller with a good run down to the inside. Man on the move. Keep an eye on that car number 211 of Tim Eaton as he makes his way to the front, down to the inside of the 19. But here comes the 66X of Chris Wright back up on the high side. Everybody's still chasing car number 17T Shadra and Turner down the back straightaway.
Seems like Kyle side momentum working as the 19 of Munson will hang on that 4th spot, but here comes that IROC chassis of Tim Eaton on the inside. He and Munson side by side down the front straightaway. Munson will hang on to that 4th spot.
It's up front, 17T Shadra and Turner, but he's got company. 73 Mr. President Truman Asher coming to the front in a hurry. Turner right in the middle of the track. He's going to make the 73 of Asher go up on the high side, blocking down the front straightaway. It's the 70T of Turner, 73 of Asher, 7 of Keller, 211 of Eaton, and the 19X, the Magic Man, Josh Munson rounding out your top 5. Keep an eye on that 66X of Chris Wright as he's rounding out your top 6. Up front, though, the 73 Truman Asher up to the front as he does a little slide job out of turn number 4. New leader at the line, the 73 of Truman Asher.
Mr. President takes over that top spot. Truman Asher now using that high line, cutting the corner. He is going to lead as we go into turn number 3. But off of turn number 4, here comes Turner back on the inside. Great side-by-side racing here in the B-Mod.
High side prevails with the 73 Mr. President Truman Asher maintaining momentum. It's the 73 of Asher, 17T of Turner, 7 of Keller, 211 of Eaton, and the 66X of Chris Wright now rounding out your top 5. Everybody's still chasing. The 73 Mr. President Truman Asher showing the way into turns number 1 and 2.
Asher is going to hang on that lead, starting to lengthen it out now, right up next to the wall in turn 1 and 2, gathers it back up. Doug Keller runs in that 3rd spot. Shadra and Turner still in second, but out front, the 73 of Truman Asher.
Truman Asher with the lead going down the front straightaway, stretching it out a little bit. He's got about a 5, 6, 7, 8 car length lead over the 17T of Shadra and Turner. Up to 3rd, 7 of Doug Keller. Then comes the 211 of Tim Eaton as the 66X of Chris Wright rounding out your top 5. Battle on the track is for that 6th, 7th, and 8th spot for the 19X of Josh Munson, the 20S of Steve Starmer, and the 81K Dakota Coco Kessler. Might as well throw the 32P of Old High Side, Jeremy Pitzenbarger into the mix as everybody's still chasing the 73 Mr. President Truman Asher. White flag comes out one more time around to determine the winner. Into turns number 1 and 2, it's the 73 Truman Asher leading the way out of turn number 2. Take us home, Pops.
Down the back straightaway, Truman Asher still going to lead. I'm going to have a lap car to deal with Sean Grady as he comes down the front straightaway. Checkered flag in the air. The 73 of Truman Asher in victory lane. 2nd place, car number 17T of Shadron Turner. 3rd place, 7 of Doug Keller. 4th place, 211 of Tim Eaton. And 5th, the 66
feature win. Congratulations, Truman. You got to walk me through that. It was a nice job there in turns number 3 and 4. Slide job out of 3 into 4 to take over the lead. You cleared them to perfection and then held off all the hounds that were at play. Congratulations on your feature win. Can you walk me through kind of dealing with the 17T of Shadra and Turner? You had your hands full there, didn't you?
just got her up on the top side and got lucky and got around him.
You got up there on the top side, kind of uncharacteristic of you, usually running the low side, but you did what you had to put yourself in victory lane here. Maybe tell me about some of the sponsors that make this possible for you.
Asher Auto Works, and I want to thank my little grandson for helping me do the tires today.
All right, let's give him a big round of applause. Your feature winner for the USRA B Modifieds is car number 73, Mr. President Truman Asher. Back in the air, Sanders on the inside, Dotson up on that high side. It's the 69 of Sanders with the lead going into turns number 1 and 2. Momentum on the low side, but here comes Fluffy. 85D, Mark Dotson up on the high side by side racing out of turn number 4. Sanders going to be leading lap number 1. 85D of Dotson in second. 97 of Houston Johnson third. 21C, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy right there in the number 4 spot, as all the way up to the number 5 spot. Car number 42, Sam Florence. Florence tracking into the top 5 as everybody chasing car number 69, Sanders, but here comes Fluffy. Dotson, momentum on the high side. He's going to take over the lead out of turn number 2, but troubles for car number 2H of John Hansen. He gathers it up, staying green flag racing. It's the 85D of Old Fluffy. Mark Dotson leading the way.
Sanders not going to go away as he is on the inside, and that's 69, but he has nothing for that Tri-Rivers login number 85D of Dotson, as Dotson will lead him down the back straightaway into 3.
Runner-up last week, not wanting to settle for it this week. It's up front leading the way, 85D. Fluffy, Mark Dotson, your leader down the front straightaway. 69, Zach Sanders right there in the number 2 spot. Third place finds the 21C of Chad Clancy. Trouble for the 98 of Austin Johnson as he bounces it around into turn number 4. He's going to move it down into the infield, out of harm's way, as we say, lean, mean, green, and clean out there on the racing surface. It's the 85D, Fluffy, Mark Dotson leading the way. 69, Zach Sanders right there in the number 2 spot. 21C of Chad Clancy is number 3. Fourth place, 97 of Houston Johnson is up to crack into that top 5. Man on the move. Keep an eye on the 7 of Shane Princess Bailey as he rounds out your top 5. Everybody chasing Fluffy in the 85D.
Houston Johnson, he will slip back to that 4th spot. He is in the clutches now. That's 7 of Shane Bailey, who is on the move in that Timberline Trading 7 car. But let's give old Houston Johnson a lot of credit. It's that 97 car. He has got that car working on the high side, the low side of the racetrack, anywhere he wants to put it. As we got a car around, the 2H of John Hansen loops it down in turn number 1 and 2, bringing out the yellow flag. Not one coming off turn number 4. As we come to green off turn number 4 down the front straightaway, Dotson with a good start, and here comes Clancy on the high side of the 69 of Sanders as we roll into turn number 1. Off of turn number 2, Sanders gives it a try on the inside, unable to make it work, as up front the 85D of Dotson, 2-3 car length lead. It looks like Sanders going to go that extreme high line now, see if he can find anything up there to run down Dotson. Clancy going to stick with that low line as they go down the back straightaway. High side momentum seems to be working a little better on that 69 of Sanders as he stays in that 2nd spot. But here comes Clancy back, working on the inside with Bailey, the man on the move, as he is up to that 4th spot now, looking for more in the car number 7. Down the back straightaway, the 85D of Dotson, he has got about a 5-4, 6, maybe a 6 car length lead on the 69 of Sanders now, as Clancy about 2 car lengths back on Sanders is ahead into turn number 1. As they come off turn number 2, the 85D of Dotson, Tri-Rivers Logging still out front. Fluffy showing the way. Car number 69 of Zach Sanders runs in that 2nd spot, and the 21C of Clancy 3rd.
It's all car number 85D, Old Fluffy showing the way into turns number 1 and 2. Dotson leading the way down the back straightaway. 69 AAF fleet service on the side. The old Zach attack. Zach Sanders right there riding in that number 2 spot as Mr. Smooth, the 21C of Chad Clancy down to the inside. He's in the number 3 spot. 4th place finds Team Timberline on the side. Old Princess Shane Bailey riding in that number 4 spot as 96J Billy Hoover a little bit of troubles in turns number 3 and 4. He gathers it up, staying green flag racing. It's Fluffy with the lead. Zach in 2nd. Clancy 3rd. Princess Shane Bailey 4th. And the Moose is loose. Houston Johnson in car number 97 rounding out your top 5. Everybody chasing the Tri-Rivers Logging on the side. Car number 85D, Old Fluffy. Mark Dotson with the lead into turns number 1 and 2.
Let's give a big shout out to Houston Johnson in that car number 97, the McCarthy Auto Group. Malvern Bank and Trust, car number 97, as he is in that 5th position. Good run by him. Car number 7 of Bailey. Here's your 4th place car, but everybody chasing that car number 85D of Mark Dotson.
As a car up over in turn number 3. Yellow flag conditions coming out onto the racing surface for a car up over the bank in turns number 3.
I think it
And
did
I believe
stay.
it's car number 22H of Clay Hale.
Come off 4.
Best of the best, going green off turn number 4, 69. Zach Sanders a little bit slow to start because here comes the 21C. Smooth Chad Clancy up to the number 2 spot. 85D Fluffy Mark Dotson with a lead down the back straightaway. New second place. It's the 21C of Clancy. That moves the 69 Zach Sanders back to the number 3 spot as he's not done yet. Here comes the 42 Sam Florence with a slide job out of turn number 4, taking over the number 5 spot. He's going to crack his way into the top 5.
He and Houston Johnson side by side as they go down the back straightaway. 42 and 97 wheel to wheel now as they go through turn number 3. Johnson looks like he may have the advantage on the inside as they come down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact between Florence and the 97 of Johnson as they get together coming off 4.
Everybody's still chasing that car, number 85D, old Fluffy, up into turns number 3 and 4. Now down. It's all car number 85D. Mark Dotson with the lead. Battle on the track is for that number 2 spot between the 69 of Zach Sanders with a slide job. Now crossover by the 21C of Chad Clancy going into turns number 3 and 4. Clancy low, Sanders high as the white flag comes out one more time around to determine the winner. It looks like it's all 85D, old Fluffy. Mark Dotson leading the way. Take us home, Pops.
As they come down the back straightaway, the 85D of Dawson's going to set it high through turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4, give him a big round of applause. Picking up the win here tonight, the 85D of Mark Dotson. Second place, Yo Zach Attack, the 69 of Zach Sanders. Third place, 21C of Smooth Check.
And just drove really good up there.
It was a very fast car up there on the high side, but it looked like it was working pretty much wherever you wanted to put it. Can you tell me about some of the sponsors, everybody who makes this possible to have one more fast hot rod out there?
Well, the MB Custom Cars and Kevin Stowe Engineering, Tri Rivers Logging, Circle 85 Ranch, and all the guys that help me every day through the week, you know, with the Brownlee boys, and just all my friends that help me with this. It takes a lot of work, and my grandkids and my wife, she's pretty tolerant of this sport, so that's great.
All right, let's give him a big round of applause. He's your feature winner for the USRA Modifieds. It's car number 85D, Mark Dotson. He's ready up there in the flag stand. It's time to go green flag racing. Coming off turn number 4, USRA stock cars. It's Hollywood. It's Bad Brad Whitney. Front row going green. Good start by the front row. X9. Bad Brad Whitney up on that high side. He's going to take over the lead going into turns number 1 and 2. 20XX, Mr. Smooth. Chad Clancy, man on the move as he goes down to the inside, taking over the number 2 spot. 3 wide racing back behind him. 75, Austin Bozak right in the middle. 222, a Newman down to the inside. Ray up on the high side. Ray with momentum. He's going to take over the number as around goes car number 75 of Austin Bozak. Bozak loops it right in the entrance of turns number 1 and 2. As he's going to get it refired, we stay lean and clean and green. It's the X9 of Whitney, 20XX of Clancy, 77 of Ray, 34X of Ross, and the 99.7 of Racing. Jason Esses rounding out your top 5.
Clancy don't even need that left front wheel, race fans, as he has got it bouncing up and down, moving around as the G23 of Greg Gilbert loops it down in turn.
X9, Bad Brad Whitney with the lead. 20XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy inside row number 2, 77 Hollywood, Dean Ray right there up on the high side as we're green flag racing coming down the front straightaway. Whitney, Clancy, Ray, Ross, and up on the high side, here comes racing Jason Esses, but it's all the X9 of Bad Brad Whitney.
12X of Matthew Lance involved, 6K of Greg Kewing involved. As it looks like Kewing is able to pull that car away, and the 12X of Matthew Lance, problem for that car.
Whitney, your leader. 20XX Clancy in the 77 of Ray right there in that second row. It's a good restart by the top 3. Whitney, Ray, and Clancy in the top 3. Right through the middle of the track is the X9 of Whitney. 77 Hollywood, Dean Ray with a good momentum down the back straightaway as You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel.
You
Car
stole
number
my
83,
line.
Aaron Booth Sauter. Problems over in turns number 1 and 2. Hey, he got the tire with the four-wheeler.
He hit the tire with the four-wheeler.
Coming to green off of 4, Whitney Clancy, your top 2 going green. It's a good start by the X9 of Whitney. He's right there with the lead. Car number 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy down to the inside as we're side by side racing through turns number 1 and 2. Inside line had momentum that time into turns number 3 and 4. It's the 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy, X9 of Whitney, 77 of Ray, 34X of Ross, 99.7 of racing. Jason Estes rounding out your top 5.
Coming back on the inside, Brad Whitney trying that low line, unable to get it work. Chad Clancy not even using the left front wheel of that car number 20 XX. Got that jet chassis working tonight. But here comes Whitney, not willing to go away as he runs second.
Whitney running right there in that number 2 spot. He's going to dip down to the inside, but it's all car number 20 XX. It's Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy, as we have problems out of turn number 4. 21H of Huff gets it facing the right way. Again, that car number 21H of Jeb Hayes able to get that car righted and facing the right way. We stay green flag racing. 20 XX
Whitney
Smooth,
in the
Chad
wall.
Clancy as X9 of Brad Whitney up into that outside wall. A hard hit by the X9 of Brad Whitney.
Whitney hard into that retaining wall up there. You see the rear end of that car.
Flag racing this time by off of turn 4. We're looking for green. It's car number 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy. He's going to be starting the race. Car number 77, Hollywood Dean Ray, right there in the number 2 spot as we're green flag racing down the front straightaway. It's car number 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy into turns number 1 and 2. He's on the low line. The 77, Hollywood Dean Ray, going to tag it up to the high side. High side has momentum around car number 99.7 of racing, Jason Estes. Estes running right there in the number 2 spot. 34, the Maysville Mauler, Mick Ross riding right there in the number 4 spot as we have them side by side down the front straightaway. Car number 222, Jake Newman riding right there in the number 5 spot. A little bit of contact as around goes car number 75 of Austin Bozak. That's going to collect the 28 of Tobin Barlow, the 55T of Calvin Teal, the 6X of Greg Kewen as the 21H of Jeb Hayes going to go up on the high side.
Let's go green off 4, Al.
It's the 55T, Calvin Teal back out onto the racing surface. He's going to tag that car to the rear of the field. Meanwhile, off of 4, we're green flag racing. It's a good start by the 20 XX of Chad Clancy into turns number 1 and 2. The 77 Hollywood Dean Ray dipping down to the inside. Good run by the 99.7 of racing. Jason Estes up on that high side, but everybody's still chasing the 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy.
Looks like Estes is going to have that preferred line on the high side, but Dean Ray will hold on to that second position in car number 77. Looks like Clancy may slip up a little, but that's not going to be enough as he is going to hang on to that lead in the car number 20 XX.
It's all car number 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy, the 77 Hollywood Dean Ray right there in the number 2 spot. Third place finds the 99.7 of racing Jason Estes. As 4th place is that 34, the Maysville Muller, Mick Ross. Rounding out your top 5, car number 222, Jake Newman. Right behind him up to 6, the 22X of Alvy Christofferson. That moves the 94J, the Man of Steel, Josh Steele, back to the number 7 spot as we got a battle shaping up for the lead. It's Clancy with the lead. Right behind him, the 77 of Ray and the 99.7 of Estes.
Battle shaping up for that second, third position. Here comes Estes. 2 distinct different lines. It's a 77 array inside. Estes high down the front straightaway. Looks like Estes may have the momentum. Who's it going to be? Estes at the line for that second position. It's a 20 XX. Got that car out front. New second place car that time by the Thunderbird, spreading them wings tonight.
20 XX, Mr. Smooth. Chad Clancy still with the lead. New second place competitor is the 99.7 of racing Jason Estes. That moves the 77 of Hollywood Dean Ray back to the number 3 spot.
Estes using the high line. I think it was the wall down the front straightaway as he settles into that second spot. Just using that, putting 2 tires up on it. Here comes Ray back on the inside. Battle for second, third, shaping up.
While they're doing battle back behind them, this is exactly what our leader, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy, wants to see. It's the 20 XX leading the way down the back straightaway, stretching it out a little bit. He's got about a 5-car length lead over the 99.7 of racing Jason Estes. 77 Hollywood Dean Ray changing up his line a little bit. He's going to step out to the high side, try to find a little bit of momentum up on that high side. Keeps momentum going, RPMs up on that high side, but it's still the 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy showing the way.
Hard to tell when you're out front where the fastest way around this racetrack is. Chad Clancy using the middle to the high side of the racetrack to perfection in that car number 20 XX. Jet chassis working good down the back straightaway. Estes running second, Ray third.
14 laps in the books, and it's still the 20 XX Mr. Smooth. Chad Clancy showing the way out of turn number 4. Got about a 5-car length lead over the 99.7 of Racing Jason Estes. Estes trying to reel him back in and keep the 77 Hollywood Dean Ray back there in that number 3 spot. 4th place in a little bit of contention between the 34 of the Maysville Baller Mick Ross and the 222 Jake Newman. Newman trying to reel him in as he's going to dip down to the inside, but Ross going to maintain momentum right there in the number 4 spot, but back up front. It's still all that Bowler Motorsports car number 20 XX driven tonight by Chad Clancy.
Battle is for that 4th and 5th spot up front, though. Chasing that car number 20 XX of Clancy. As Clancy going to be dealing with lap traffic right in the middle of the racetrack.
It's 20 XX Smooth. Chad Clancy leading the way. 99.7 Racing Jason Estes right there in the number 2 spot. 77 Hollywood Dean Ray in the number 3 spot. It's still 20 XX Smooth. Chad Clancy leading the way into turns number 1 and 2, stretching it out a little bit as the 99.7 Racing Jason Estes in that number 2 spot. 77 Hollywood Dean Ray trying to reel him in, going down the back straightaway into turns number 3 and 4. Picking up the white flag this time around for the 20 XX Smooth. Chad Clancy out front into turns number 1 and 2. 77 of Ray and the 99.7 of Racing Jason Estes side by side into 1 and 2. Pops, take us home.
As they go down the back straightaway, the battle now is for that 2nd, 3rd spot. Coming to that checkered flag. Oh, race fans, let's give him a big round of applause. Car number 20 XX, Chad Clancy. 2nd place, 77 of Dean Ray. 3rd place, 997 of Jason Estes. 4th place, 34X of Mick Ross. Then comes
feature win as hugs all around. A very happy victory lane down here. Congratulations on your feature win, buddy. There's no question as to why we call you Mr. Smooth out there. It's just smooth through the corners. Looks like you had a little bit of competition there in the early stages, but you were able to stretch it out. You had a commanding lead. Congratulations on your feature win. Can you walk me through the win out there?
Yeah, thank you. I knew Brad Whitney and Dean Ray has been racing stock cars a long time, so I looked forward to that race, and I knew it'd be fun and wouldn't be easy. So anytime you got Dean Ray behind you, you know you got to go. So
you got Dean Ray right there. 99.7 of Racing Jason Estes was right there within striking distance. The X9 Brad Whitney led a few laps early, got a little too high up there in turns number 1 and 2 and met the outside wall, but you're able to hold off everybody and put this hot rod in victory lane. Can you tell me about some of the sponsors that make this possible for you, Chad?
yeah, of course, Bowler Motorsports. I can't thank him enough for letting me drive this awesome race car. All of them, Reckless Design, Cameron Engines, Lake Warehouse, all of them. Can't thank them all enough.
All right, let's give a big round of applause. Your feature winner picking up the big money here tonight. Car number 20 XX, Mr. Smooth, Chad Clancy.